Steve here with Table Rock Tea Company. It's mid-October here on the mountain, and that means we have to start thinking about propagation. In November, our seeds will start maturing, but right now is about the perfect time to start making cuttings from our more mature and our healthier plants that have done well this year. So we're going to show you a little bit about how to propagate from cutting, and then in another video we'll show you how to propagate from seeds. This is a small test plot of plants that we grew from seeds this past year. And as I focus in, you can kind of see that some did better than others. Essentially what we're looking for are the ones that are a lot deeper green, maybe more foliage and all that kind of stuff. These are the plants that do well here, and these are the ones from which we want to make cuttings. Before you take your actual cuttings, you're going to need a place to put them. I just use a cold frame that I made out of some wood and a recycled storm door. I like to keep things pretty inexpensive, so for my growing mix I just use basic dirt mixed 50-50 with playground sand. Nothing special. The only real tool you need to make your cuttings is a nice sharp pair of pruning shears. Mine are a little dirty from using them throughout the season, so I'm going to clean it with some rubbing alcohol. That does a couple of things. One, it makes it clean in case there's any gunk, so you get a nice sharp cut. But the other is that it won't transfer disease. You're kind of sterilizing the blade so that you don't transfer something from plant to plant. So I've already selected the plants from which I want to make cuttings. And if you'll notice this stem, it goes from green down to brown. The part from which we're going to make the actual cuttings is the green part. But what I'm going to do is cut just underneath where it turns brown, and that's what I'm going to use. So if you can see here, it's green and then it goes into brown. Okay, so now we're ready to begin transplanting our cutting. You can see I've got my pruning shears, I've got a pot ready to go, I've got my cutting that I'm going to take. I also have rooting hormone. This is just Miracle Grow Fast Root, pretty simple. It's just a powder, that's all you use. And what I'm going to do is, as you look at this cutting, I'm going to go ahead and just take the big leaves. So the way you transplant tea is one leaf at a time. Okay, you don't need multiple leaves. In fact, that's not a good thing. So I'm going to discard this original, this end piece right here. I'll take that off. That's going to leave me with one major leaf. And I'm going to go down here and I'm going to go right to the base for the next one and cut. Okay, so that's what I have. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dip it in my rooting hormone so that it's coated. That's it. So you can see it's all powdery, and I'm going to go ahead and put it in at around a 45-degree angle. Pack it nice and tight, and that's it. So these are our cuttings, and there are quite a few of them. Those are actually just from 4 of our best plants. People often ask me why I give away trade secrets like this, and I think it's pretty simple really. There are so many barriers to entry for growing tea here in the United States that I feel like anything that we can do to spread knowledge is a good thing. It takes so much time and money and effort before you even realize any return on your investment, but it's not like a whole lot of us are out here doing it. So as much as we share the information, we kind of build that culture up, and we learn from each other's practices. So anyway, hopefully you learned a little bit of something about propagating tea from cuttings. Thanks again for watching, and stay tuned to see what else is brewing here at Table Rock Tea Company.